Why did the butt go to the party? Because it heard there would be a lot of cheeky fun. Yes, we're kicking things off with some humor because today we're talking about butts. Not just any butts, mind you, but the great debate between real and fake ones. In this modern era, butt augmentation is no longer a hush-hush subject. It's as mainstream as getting a new hairdo or a fresh set of nails. And why is that? Well, the answer lies in the prevalence of this trend in today's society. With the rise of social media and the constant exposure to ideal body images, many people are turning to surgical enhancements to achieve their desired look. Celebrities and influencers play a significant role in shaping these beauty standards. When a famous personality flaunts a voluptuous figure, it sends ripples through the masses. Suddenly everyone's talking about it, everyone's Googling it, and many are even booking appointments to get it. But the question is, are these celebrity derrieres real or just a result of skilled surgeons' hands? It's the question on everyone's minds, and today we're going to attempt to answer it. Now, we're not here to judge or shame anyone for their choices. The decision to enhance one's body is a personal one, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to feel good in your own skin. But it's also essential to be aware of the reality behind these picture-perfect images we see online. In the next few minutes, we'll be taking a closer look at the world of butt augmentation. We'll discuss the medical differences between real and fake butts, and we'll also give you some tips on how you might be able to tell the difference. And yes, we'll be talking about your favorite stars and influencers speculating whether their butts are the real deal or surgically enhanced. So, strap in because we're about to embark on a journey into the cheeky world of derrieres. It's going to be a fun, informative, and slightly humorous ride. So, let's dive into the cheeky world of derrieres, shall we? Ever wondered what's really behind those behinds? Well, let's dive into the medical perspective of the great butt debate. In the world of butt augmentation, there are two main players: implants and injections. Implants, as the name suggests, involve surgically placing silicone or saline-filled devices into the buttocks to provide a fuller, more rounded appearance. On the other hand, injections, often referred to as a Brazilian butt lift, involve removing fat from one area of the body, purifying it, and then injecting it into the buttocks. Now let's talk about the differences between a natural butt and one that's been enhanced. A natural butt is primarily made up of muscles, fat, and tissues, while an enhanced butt has been altered with implants or injections. One key difference is the feel. Natural butts tend to feel softer and more pliable, while those with implants can feel firmer, and those with injections may have varying levels of firmness depending on the amount and distribution of fat used. But it's not all about aesthetics. There are potential risks and benefits to consider. With implants, risks can include infection, implant rupture, or displacement. Injections carry risks too, such as fat embolism, a very serious condition where fat enters the bloodstream and blocks a blood vessel. However, there are also benefits. Implants can provide a predictable and uniform result, while injections can offer a more natural look and feel, as they use the person's own fat. It's also worth noting that these procedures can significantly boost self-esteem and body confidence for many individuals. And then there's the question of longevity. Implants are designed to last many years, although they may need to be replaced eventually. Fat injections, however, can be a bit more unpredictable. Some of the injected fat may be reabsorbed by the body over time, which could potentially alter the initial results. Now you might be wondering, can you tell the difference between a real butt and an implant butt? It can be tricky. In some cases, an extraordinarily round and firm butt might give away the presence of an implant. But with injections, it can be much harder to tell, especially if the procedure was done by a skilled professional. And let's not forget about our stars and influencers. There's been a lot of speculation about who's sporting a natural derriere and who might have had a little help. The truth is, without a personal admission or a professional examination, it's nearly impossible to tell. So as we venture further into the realm of the real versus fake butt debate, let's remember that the choice to enhance or not is deeply personal. It's about individual comfort, confidence, and personal aesthetic preferences. Remember, every butt is unique, just like its owner. Whether naturally gifted or surgically enhanced, it's all about embracing and celebrating our individuality. After all, variety is the spice of life, isn't it? Now that we've got the bottom line on the medical side, let's get to the fun part. This is where the rubber meets the road, or should we say, where the cheek meets the seat. We're diving into the real versus the fake showdown. So how can you tell if a butt is real or a clever work of modern medicine? First off, let's talk about the bounce factor. A natural butt has a certain jiggle, a rhythm, a dance if you will, when in motion. It's like a well-cooked jelly, wobbly but firm. Now, an implant on the other hand, may not have that same sense of rhythm. It's more of a one-note samba, less jello, more silicone. Next up, we have the gravity test. In the real world, gravity is a law we all abide by, and our butts are no exception. A natural posterior will follow the pull of gravity, sitting lower and spreading out when you take a seat. A fake butt, however, doesn't always play by the rules. It might sit a bit too high, like it's trying to escape to the lower back, or maintain a perfect roundness even when seated. Then there's the touch test. This one's a bit tricky, as it's not socially acceptable to go around squeezing people's butts, and we certainly don't recommend it. But, hypothetically speaking, a natural butt will feel soft and malleable, while an artificial one could feel a bit too firm, or even hard. Now, onto the proportion factor. This is where mathematics meets aesthetics. A natural butt will often have a harmonious ratio with the rest of the body. It's an ensemble player, not a solo act. An artificially enhanced butt, however, might steal the show, appearing disproportionately larger than the rest of the body. Finally, there's the age-old adage. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. If a butt appears unusually perfect, round and firm, it might be time to call in the question marks. But let's not get too caught up in the real versus fake debate. At the end of the day, it's about what makes you feel confident and comfortable in your own skin. And remember, no two butts are the same, whether naturally gifted or surgically enhanced. So, the next time you find yourself in a real or fake butt showdown, remember these telltale signs. But keep in mind, it's all in good fun. We're not here to judge, just to appreciate the wide variety of backsides that grace our world. The truth is, sometimes it's hard to tell. But remember, it's not what's behind you, it's what's ahead. So, keep moving forward, regardless of what you're packing in the back. After all, it's the journey, not the derriere, that truly matters. Scene script. Let's talk about some famous behinds. Do they owe their fame to nature or a skilled surgeon? We've all seen them, those celebrity derrieres that seem to defy gravity and genetics. They're the butts that break the internet and set the standard for what's considered desirable. But are they real, or are they the product of a talented plastic surgeon? Let's delve into this cheeky topic, shall we? First on our list is the queen of media herself, Kim Kardashian. Her posterior has been the subject of much debate. Is it all natural, or has she had a little help? Based on the tips we've discussed earlier, her butt seems to have an unusually round and full appearance, which could suggest the use of implants or fat transfers. But remember, we're just speculating here. Next up, we have the Anaconda star, Nicki Minaj. Now, she's always been pretty upfront about her love for plastic surgery, but she's never confirmed nor denied the rumors about her butt being enhanced. Her behind, like Kim's, is exceptionally plump and round. Could this be the work of a surgeon's scalpel? Quite possibly. Then there's the rapper and songwriter, Iggy Azalea. She's been pretty candid about her nose job and breast augmentation, but when it comes to her butt, she's been a bit more coy. Despite the rumors and speculations, she's insisted that her butt is all natural. However, the sudden change in its size and shape has left many questioning the truth. Let's not forget about Jennifer Lopez. She's been the proud owner of a famous butt long before it was a trend. She has always maintained that her butt is 100% natural. Given its proportionate size to her body and the fact that it has aged along with her, most people tend to believe her. Moving on to influencers, we've got Jen Selter. She rose to fame thanks to her posterior, which she claims is the result of a rigorous exercise regimen and not plastic surgery. Her butt does appear more muscular and less round, which aligns with the characteristics of a natural butt we discussed earlier. And finally, there's Summer Rae. She's another influencer who owes her fame to her butt. Like Jen Selter, she attributes her butt to her fitness regime. Her butt also has the hallmarks of a natural one, with its muscular appearance and less perfect roundness. Of course, there are many more celebrities and influencers out there with famous butts, and the debate about their authenticity will likely continue. It's important to remember that whether these butts are real or not, there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to attractiveness. What's attractive to one person might not be to another, and that's perfectly okay. Furthermore, whether someone chooses to enhance their body through surgery or not is a personal decision, and one that should be respected. The important thing is that they feel comfortable and confident in their own skin. In the end, whether these famous butts are real or not, doesn't really matter. What matters is that they are famous for being themselves. So, after all this butt talk, what's the takeaway? Let's jog our memory for a moment, shall we? We kicked off our discussion with the Great Butt Debate, where we explored the fascinating world of real and fake butts. We saw that the concept of the perfect butt varies from person to person, and that's okay. Beauty, after all, is in the eye of the beholder. Next, we dove into the medical perspective. We learned that there are indeed differences between natural derrieres and those that have been enhanced through medical procedures. Implants and injections can alter the shape and size of the buttocks, but they come with their own set of risks and complications. It's not a decision to be taken lightly, and it's always essential to consult with a medical professional before going under the knife. Then came the real versus fake showdown. We scrutinized some of the telltale signs that might hint at whether a butt is homegrown or artificially enhanced. From the shape and proportion to the movement and feel, there are subtle clues that can give the game away. But remember, these aren't foolproof. They're just educated guesses based on general observations. Our penultimate stop was the celebrity guessing game, Real or Not. We pondered over the posteriors of stars and influencers, speculating about whether they've had a helping hand in achieving their much-admired behinds. This was all in good fun, of course. At the end of the day, it's their bodies, their choices. And now, here we are, at the bottom line. What have we learned from all this? The most important takeaway is that individuality and body positivity should always be celebrated. Whether your butt is big, small, real, or enhanced, it's uniquely yours, and that's something to be proud of. Let's not forget that our bodies are not just about how they look, but also about what they can do. They enable us to move, dance, sit, stand, and so much more. We should also remember that the pursuit of the perfect butt, or any form of physical perfection for that matter, can be a slippery slope. It's fine to have aesthetic goals, but they should never compromise our health or well-being. Whether you choose to enhance your butt or not, always prioritize your safety and ensure you're doing it for the right reasons. And finally, let's not lose sight of the fact that real beauty goes beyond physical attributes. It's about kindness, compassion, confidence, and a sense of humor. A good butt might turn heads, but a good heart will win them over. Remember, the best butt is the one you're sitting on. So, love your butt, whether it's real or enhanced. After all, it's all about being comfortable in your own skin, or should we say, in your own jeans.